Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Human beings, I say to you, I say Allahu Akbar, 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 Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Human beings, yes, today we are going to continue with to look at human being, humanity, as well as the environment and the threat that human being activities have placed or put on the table for Mother Nature. Because in most of my videos, I've tried as much as I can to explain to every living human being and institutions and governments that any engagement of hazardous, toxic, hazardous practices of fitna against, if we put it, for instance, a government has different institutions. There's an institution of health, an institution of religious affairs, an institution of the economy, and what have you. As a government is laid out, that is whatever the structure of a government, what makes up what a government is. All this, they do whatever they do by as an umbrella, and under that umbrella, they are human beings, individuals. However, as governments, you have to take responsibilities to make sure that you do not commit injustice or crime against citizens, people you say you represent as government, as elected governments. I'll give you an example. Today, a few days ago, we spoke, I gave a view of what Philippines, before it was kind of decimated by what we call a hurricane, a typhoon. A typhoon is a language, it comes in a hard language from Allah to the sun in the sky, to the air that men breathe, as well as to those whom Allah asks questions. In the position of the Philippines government, there are so many things that happen to beautiful children and mothers of the Philippines who have been a kind of trapped for more than I think 80, it's almost 100 years, trapped in a cycle of gangs of pimps. Gangs of pimps who go to the Philippines and they pick whatever they want and they take those children or whatever in what we call human trafficking. They present themselves in the Philippines as people, companies which have work for, they're looking for nurses, they're looking for what we call people working in warehouses, parking and whatever. When these kids get over abroad, sometimes they are what we call criminals. If I was to tell you that the American government, the British government, the European governments have records of women being transported from the Philippines through containers, my people, through containers that when you lock in that container, you cannot breathe. And servants of these girls have been killed in these containers. My people, thousands of people have been trafficked from those islands, from Cambodia, and they die in containers like what? I don't know. And when I talk about it, these gangs of pimps, they say, who is it to talk about it? If I have no way to talk about it, then I throw what I can throw, a hit that can destroy every one of you. Yeah? If you leave my children, some of these girls who they promise jobs abroad, they take whatever they have been having as in their pockets as money for survival. They pay the gang of pimps, whatever money they have, and they're locked up in a container. A container which ships food and a ship over to other parts of the world. If they survive, these gangsters of pimps, they don't care. Or whips or whatever, pimps or gangs of pimps, they don't care. So when I talk about this, not because I do not care, but people, the government, UN knows about this. United Nations cannot speak about it. The United Nations cannot put on the table and say, human beings, what are we doing to our human image, to our children? Because those kids left in the Philippines, they end up living on streets of Philippines, picking whatever rubbish they can collect from what, because their mothers, they take them 3 months to cross over from Philippines to Europe or to America. And some, when they get to America, they're dumped in Asia Brazil. So they tell them, you have to walk until you reach the United States of America, North America. So they sleep here and there, my people, my people, you have to work and stop this, whatever that human trafficking thing. That's why I told Marcos Jr., a bear witness, the mother of Imelda Marcos came to me and said, yeah, Allah, my country has been destroyed. I said, yeah, no. But me as Mother Nature, my language is very different. I've tried to explain it in soft language all the time. When I speak soft language, they say we will kill you. I say, do you really? Do you really? Do you want to try and see what will happen? Do you want to try me? I said I came so close to planet Earth, and for 20 days I'll make men and ask questions. If you have answers to those questions, then put them on the table. But do not put the gun on the table that's the answer you are showing me that you will kill them. I said to you, whoever has such a whatever in their head, let their head explode in front of whatever they are plotting. The brain ingests themselves before they are whatever their gang members. My people, you human beings, mothers any woman who has ever had a child, and you leave your child in Philippines and they put in a container that goes whatever food containers, and that not one, not two, but you have to eat to cross over to my people. And I don't know how to put it in words, but the UN can put these programs and say, look, United World Organization can put these programs on the whatever and say, men and women, wake up. Some of these UN officials are paid very, very handsome wages and what have you. But they cannot speak because they are compromised by the handsome wages. The UN officials cannot speak when they are compromised by handsome wages. Well, as those wages, some of these girls, they pay taxes. After they get the course of the boy, whatever, and they start working, they take taxes and everything. You pay the UN. So they say, they eat that, the UN officials eat their tongue when they're talking. They eat their tongue, and they chew their tongue, and they spit whatever that comes. I say, I'll never be like you. I'll never be corrupted. Nobody can corrupt me. No one. With that, I say, man, I gave you 20 days. For 20 days, I think you've seen different Melissa, whatever that has happened in those 20 days. And that was just saying, hi, you men and women, to the gangs of Kingston, Jamaica. Those boys of Jamaica and Guyana and whatever, they took everything, that whatever they used to, they had a camp, more than 7 camps surrounding my estate in London. Whatever that I spoke, whatever that I ate, they would pick anything. They would kill me more than 1,000 times a day, so that they ship it everything to Jamaica. And I warn them, I say, my boys, do not play these dirty things, because me who you play with, I do not take jokes. I do not play Mickey Mouse reggae. When I pray, my super reggae song is that when a hurricane sets to invade your country, none of you can run faster than a hurricane. Seriously. When I set up an psalm, do you want war? Do you want war? Do you want war? And I set up to come closer to this planet as the sun. Me as the sun you've tortured for years. And I come closer that men start burning and incinerating as if or whatever. Because you said I'm insane. Do you want me to come closer to this planet? Isn't it you with Jamaicans and whatever gangs of people whatever killed me in 2019 in London, so that you can please your masters, the net or NASA? And what happened? When COVID took over the entire planet, these stupid boys couldn't do anything. They said, my people, the reason why I cry over these little girls, these little children, they are entitled to the beauty of life. Not to be used as commodities, not to be drowned in alcohol, not to be drowned in drugs. Not be kind of taught dirty practices of evil. I said to you, human beings, if you think I'm an enemy to these little girls and women and other women who carries a child for 9 months, who know. Some of these women, when they tell them, you come and work in America, we'll give you very good money. She says, yes, I have a daughter, I have a son. How I'll be able to support them? Not knowing that she's being trapped in what we call a death trap. Either to be kind of mutilated and they take her organs, body organs, and sell. Those gang of wimps, they don't give a damn. My people, I do care. And I am what you eat on tables, you gangs of people. I'm what you eat either as chicken or whatever on your tables. With that, I'll become disease in your bodies. I'll become disease. I'll be a disease and crush your brain with a brain hemorrhage, you dirty things. Until you stop these practices that have drained whatever off this planet. If you kill children, what do you expect Mother Nature to do? You say, okay, my children, let me take you back to me and try and wash up this whatever. I'll bring whatever men those who have been kind of disseminating that theologies and whatever. I'll drown them. I'll incinerate them. I'll put a heat that no man can run from. A disease that kills men in less than 10 seconds. So with that, I said to you, human beings, when I talk about this, what is going on, human trafficking, when the United Nations sits, they don't say, they issue one of those members, they start eating their tongue. While they eat, they spit what is remaining of their tongue. Women are told you have the right to sit in the UN Assembly, in every seat of the UN Assembly, in order to represent what your children that you carry for 9 months needs to be protected from this. Some of these men are what we call sex predators. The large number of these men are sex predators. Okay. I'll continue from here. If you want me to extend my the 20 days to maybe to 80 days, I can do that. I'll go and hang somewhere, hang myself, and you see me hanging myself as maybe a cloud that you've never seen before upon your canopies. Then you know that maybe we are playing with something we don't understand. Is that what you want me to hang myself on the sky, and you look there and you say yes? I say yes. You said you want to fight me. You want to kill me. Is that what you want me to do? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar.